In 1789, the Judiciary Act was established. This magnified the authority of the United States Supreme Court and accentuated checks and balances. In 1801, the firm Federalist leader, John Marshall, was appointed Chief Justice by John Adams. Also, judicial review, established in 1803 in the case of Marbury v. Madison, allowed Supreme Court to deem cases unconstitutional or constitutional.
Steamboats and Scandal. The duel between men and the waters of New York. In the Supreme Court case, Gibbons v. Ogden, conflict arises as these two men struggle to navigate their way through federal and states' rights. This factor triggering the Commerce Clause changed American Constitution and history forever.
What are you doing here, my colleague? Do you have an exclusive license to operate your steamboat ferries on the waters of New York?
It is essential that I pass through this port for business. The federal law states no claim that I need a license for these specific waters.
Well, Mr. Gibbons, as you know, I was granted a monopoly by Robert Livingston and Robert Fulton. You had agreed to abide by these rules when we agreed on our partnership together.
Let's take this to the Supreme Court.
So what do you think about the case? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Let's go!
Sir, you have a new case.
Alright, bring him in.
Federal Licensing Act of 1793, which regulates ship trade and commerce in the United States, it is perfectly reasonable that I pass through these waters without license.
According to the 10th Amendment, the states have powers that the federal government does not have under the Constitution. This gives me the right I have over the monopoly in the New York waters, which was a privilege given to me by Robert Fulton and Robert Livingston.
Hey Paco, this has been a tough case, man. On one side you got Gibbons, who is really fighting for what he has and he's very persuasive, and on the other hand you have Ogden. And with their fight for the New York waters, I'll have to make a tough decision. I'm going to need some time to deliberate though. I think I'll go actually read a book, study about my history. It's a great idea. So far, I've been thinking about it, and I'm leaning towards Gibbons because he's brought up a very good point. A creation of monopoly directly conflicts with federal law, and with his bringing up of the Commerce Clause of 1824, it really allows me to be able to realize that he knows what he's talking about, and that he is right. Ogden will have to bring up a very good point for me not to go with Gibbons on this one. After much deliberation, I have made my decision. The judge says Gibbons wins this case. Ogden, sorry, but better luck next time. This courtroom is adjourned. What the?
On March 2, 1824, Thomas Gibbons won the case. For 20 years preceding the case, New York was permitted exclusive navigation privilege of all the waters within the jurisdiction of the state. Attempting to get other states to join this petition, it ended unsuccessfully, which eventually led to this court case, Gibbons v. Ogden.
Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3 of the Constitution says states have the right to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among several states, and with the Indian tribes. This means states have no power to grant exclusive privileges in any case, including navigation and commerce. It is now officially a federal right.
John Marshall came to the conclusion that steamboat operators and others performing interstate commerce were all under power exercised by Congress.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, because I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low.